Hello everyone, and welcome back to another bonus episode of The Adventures of Jacoby. I am the Winter Warlock with Storm Gaming Alliance, here again with Jacoby. Last time, on the last bonus episode, we explored Red Eagle's Ascent. I believe that's what it was called. We basically were hunting down the Sword of Red Eagle, given the quest given to us by reading the book Legend of Red Eagle. To catch that, go back and watch the first bonus episode where we went up to Ancient's Ascent to defeat a dragon and get another dragon shout, and at the end of that episode I read the Legend of Red Eagle. Off camera, I spent most of some time journeying west within Skyrim because we were all the way back over in this direction somewhere. Yes. Down here by Falkreath, down here. So I ventured all the way out here towards Markarth, and we came up through Sundered Towers. Yes, Red Eagle Redoubt, as we climbed up through that cave to the Sundered Towers area. We have retrieved Red Eagle's sword, and now we are sent to unlock the secret of Red Eagle's tomb out here in Rebel's Cairn. Stay tuned. Alright, so I guess there's nothing to it but to get to it. So let's just hop out of here. We need to head off in this direction. Now we have cleared out most, hopefully all, definitely most of the Forsworn over there. So hopefully we won't have anybody coming up behind us. Because like I had mentioned in the last video, the Forsworn are actually pretty decent in combat tactics. Their archers seem to always be on the move, which is sort of unfortunate, because that's how I was trying to... oh geez, that scared me. Okay. Okay, come on. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Wow. Okay, that caught me way off guard, so, okay. What I was trying to say, and apparently was not doing a very good job, I try to sneak around these Forsworn areas because they're no dummies, they're no slouches. One thing real quick, just to make sure, active effects, okay good, so none of them were carrying any diseases or anything. I'm trying to at least be conscious of that fact of, getting attacked by skeevers, bears, basically anything out in the wilds can give you a disease. So, okay, Rebel's Cairn. Now, man, if anything says stay out, it's a pile of skeletons. Just a steel sword floating up there. So now this looks like witches to me. This doesn't have so much of the Forsworn, like there's some overlap between like witches or hag caves, and Forsworn, but yeah, this looks, usually the Forsworn, they'll have like big elk heads and stuff like that. Definitely check out the last episode where all we fought was Forsworn. You'll definitely see their aesthetic. So I wonder if we're going to fight some witches in here, because as was told in the legend, this Phaolin or Fowlin, who was, a Reachman of old, was bestowed a blessing, so to speak, from a hag raven, and the way it was described in the book, and we talked about it a little bit on last episode, believed Phaolin or Fowlin to be the first Briarheart. And we went into a little bit of discussion about that on the last episode, so certainly if you would like to hear about that, take a look at that previous episode. But that would be interesting to see. We found the sword, and maybe now we have to fight the witches or the hags that bestowed the curse in the first place. I don't know, that would be kind of cool. I mentioned last time that it had been a while since I've done the Red Eagle quest, so I'm not fully running this off of memory. And there we go, he's got himself the Legends of Red Eagle, which I did have to go off camera and go acquire before that first bonus episode. So no journal or anything, but clearly it's a tip that if you stumble in here first, well, it has some tie to this Red Eagle character, and reading that book will send you back to where we just came from, to retrieve the sword, which I imagine, judging by this slot, has to be returned, so that maybe a door that definitely isn't obvious might raise. Here we are, Red Eagle's Fury. Alright. So yeah, let's see, this has been sealed up for quite some time, so I'll be interested to see. I would assume, logically, we'd just be worrying about Draugr down here, to be honest. But I'm not sure. Because that's one thing is, you know, even though this is an ancient Nord ruin, I imagine that this is probably the final resting place for Red Eagle. So it would make sense that it sort of has this forsworn Reachman, aesthetic to it, where it's not just, all the stone and everything like this is clearly ancient Nordic architecture, but you still have the, the spikes in the ground and just some other, just some small details that make this feel like it's in the Reach, make it feel like it has some tie to the Forsworn. Uh-oh. Okay, well, we're just gonna go right for the man himself then. I've been disarmed. Good, let's punch him in the face. Alright, where's my sword? There's my sword. So we need to do this real quick. I had a feeling that he had the disarm shout, but I could not recall. There we go. Just keep spamming. Stun him, swipe, swipe, stun, swipe, swipe. Oh no, block. Yeah, we don't want to get hit by that. We're doing okay for the time being. It's just these skeletons, but I would have expected, there we go. I was going to say, I would expect them to die once I killed Red Eagle. Well, that wasn't actually too difficult of I mean, he was a sponge, but he didn't really get much of any real hits on us. So there we go, the honed ancient Nord greatsword of burning. So Red Eagle's Fury did, I think it was only a one-handed weapon, like an ancient Nord sword, that did 5 points of fire damage, where this is clearly a great sword, two-handed weapon. The other one might have been two-handed too, I didn't wield it to see, but this takes a little bit more damage. So yeah, we will definitely go ahead and snag that. That's gross. Anything interesting on you guys? Probably not. Nope, not at all. So, okay, actually, I haven't done it in a while. I'm just gonna, there we go. Just take care of just a little bit of healing. But before he rose, I wanted to look at this placard here. There we go. Good enough. That's cool. Usually you see these on the walls and stuff, not just on the floor. So yeah, let's see what's going on here. I expected like a little bit more of a dungeon dive, but I guess it makes sense to the story because you had to go through that whole business with the Forsworn, and there were quite a few. There was like a dozen or so enemies over there, so just, need the sword to come in here, you'll fight the man himself, and yeah. So I guess the secret is that the sword... I don't want the Dwarven shield. Just drop it. Thank you. I wonder if the secret is just that the sword unlocks the tomb. Because I'm not really seeing... that has to be the whole... That has to be the secret, is that the sword was the key all along. But, wow. Okay. Cool. Yeah, this is a cool little story, cool little dungeon to tack on here. Oh, there we go. Nice little burial urn. But I do believe that this episode here, this third bonus episode, will be the last bonus episode before we jump into chapter 2. Just wanted to keep some shorter format shorter format videos here, just to get through a couple of things, clear up the journal just a little bit. Get out of that, please. Thank you. So yeah, get some of those miscellaneous quests. Yeah, we did run into an Imperial captain, a Legion captain, so he gave us the quest to go join the Imperials. So we've got both options. We'll probably do neither. We're pretty well done talking to the companion leaders for work. We don't care about Aventus Aretino. We are out in the neighborhood of Rangvald. Come on, load the map. There we go. Yeah, because I had said on the first bonus episode that I wasn't going to go chasing after the word of power. The Greybeards, Angir, sent us out here. He heard a whisper of a word all the way across Skyrim to the very, reaches of the border here. No pun intended, because this is the Reach. But yeah, we weren't initially going to go to Rangvald, but maybe with... coming up on the beginning of the second chapter, I might just start off the second chapter heading out there and grabbing another dragon shout. A couple of little miscellaneous things I want to do while I'm talking about it is I want to check out if we have... So we've got 2 souls, so we can become ethereal, which isn't bad. Fire breath is maxed out. Everything else we have here is everything we can. Marked for death is a pretty cool one. Weakens the life force and armor of an opponent, so that one's pretty cool. Kind's Peace, we know we've had that for a bit. Ice Form, that's pretty cool. Not like Frost Breath. This actually just will freeze them. Once you get the third word, it'll freeze them solid, which is cool. And we got a second word for Animal Allegiance. We got that up at Ancient's Ascent in the first bonus episode. So that's just summoning beasts to come fight by your side. Not just, that's pretty cool to just summon some animals along. So we have a couple of dragon shouts to mess with. So if there's anything on that list in particular that you guys think might be cool, certainly leave that down in the comments. And I think when I start off that episode, I'll spend some of those dragon shouts. Get a couple more words of power going. Another thing I would like to do before we really jump into this second chapter is, clear up the level ups. Cool, so we only had one, but we're about to do another one. I can't think of anything really that I need to immediately increase. Sneak isn't too bad, but again, I'm not trying to... Sneak is one of my higher skills, but I don't want it to be something that I rely on too heavily. So a good way to do that is to just nerf my sneak, because obviously I could go for another level there. I've got the perks, I could do muffled movement and stuff. I could work my way up through a few different spots, but I sort of want to keep myself more on the nerfed end of sneak. Light armor, not doing too bad. I don't have enough levels in light armor yet to get the next upgrade to Agile Defender. This would not apply to me because I'm currently not wearing a helmet, so I don't believe that the armor bonus would apply there. So, and that sort of blocks my way to go any higher anyway. Archery, just got the Elven Bow. Pretty good. Maybe one-handed. I don't know if there's anything that I can even take. I think Bladesman's maxed out, yeah. I can go up here. Power attack while sprinting does double crit. Standing power attacks do 25% more damage with a chance to decapitate. Sure, why not? I have been trying to get into a little bit more power attacks. But yeah, so still have 2 perks to hang on to, but I'm pretty fine with that. That doesn't really bother me too much. So yeah, this is looks like it's going to be another shorter episode, but just wanted to wrap up things here with Red Eagle. And like I said, likely we will start off the second chapter, heading over to Rangvald and seeing what Word of Power is over there. Sort of staying true to form here, just doing a bunch of ancient Nord ruins. But hey, that's fun. I enjoy it. Thank you guys. I cannot say it enough. Getting this channel new and fresh and up and running, and seeing, a good turnout, everybody's, seem to be coming and checking out these videos. We really appreciate it. Please leave a like, subscribe, drop a comment. We really appreciate all the support that you guys have already given us, and hopefully some to continue as we grow this channel. We've got a few cool things in the woodwork right now that we're working on getting some fresh series up here on the channel to add to the Cards and Coffee and Jacoby schedule. So we'll have a few more things up here shortly. So thank you again, and I guess I'll see you all in the next chapter.